to show you how to make mac and cheese for this holiday season. First, boil your pasta. Get it out the way. I use corkscrews because all that cream gets all in the hole and it gets all up in there, so you bite into the cream and the cheesiness. It's better than elbow pasta. Next, you have to shred your own cheese. Do not use pre-shredded cheese at all. 1 pound of mozzarella. I don't remember if I said it or not, but I'm using a pound of pasta. A pound of Colby Jack. Half a pound or 8 ounces of sharp cheddar. Toss it all together, mix it up, then divide half of it. Okay, now for seasonings. Some salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, the smoked paprika, because I like that smoky, flavor. There we go. So I got this thing that's specifically for food videos, so hopefully it works. You can't see my face, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. In a pan, 3 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna make our roux. You can see the dirty stove. When the butter is melted, add half of your seasoning. Make some more flavor. 3 tablespoons of flour. I'm trying to cook all the flour out. Next, 1 can of evaporated milk. You're gonna immediately start whisking so you don't get clumps of flour. See, now it started getting thicker. I'm gonna add 2 cups of heavy cream. Mix. The rest of your seasoning. Okay, my face is back. I just felt very bland without showing my face. But you can see it's a good angle. Okay, next I'm gonna add a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Trust me on this, it makes it taste so much better. I don't want to hear anyone in the comments saying ill. No, this is good. If I don't have Dijon mustard, then I'll use ground mustard. I'm gonna let this thicken up a little bit more before I add my cheese into it. Now I'm gonna start by adding my cheese. I'm gonna let it melt before adding more cheese. So now my cheese sauce, it looks like this. Now I'm gonna add my pasta, and I'm gonna mix it so I get all that cheese all in there. Listen to this. So I'm gonna layer my mac and cheese. I'm gonna do a small layer first. Then layer this generously, last layer. And then layer the top with a bunch of cheese. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes, whenever the top is melted. This is what she looks like. I forgot to mention I broiled it as well. I broiled it for max 2 minutes just to get that nice little crust. I like to add chives on top of it too. Listen to the crust. I like to purposely upset people by going in the middle. Woo. Oh, I need a plate. Oh, bam, 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 bam. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Also, I don't want to hear anyone talk about putting breadcrumbs on the mac and cheese. I will never do that.
Let's make something out of nothing. Today we got the best side dish ever, aka baked mac and cheese. I like a little hot sauce on mine. I promise if you follow this recipe, you'll be bringing the mac to every family gathering. First, heavily salt your pasta water, add your macaroni noodles in, and cook until al dente. Now we got 5 different cheeses. Yes, I said 5. Go ahead and start shredding those up. It's going to take you a little minute, but I promise it's all going to be worth it at the end. Now, we don't need a roux for this mac. To a pot, add in some carnation milk, throw in some smoked paprika, hit it with a little garlic powder, throw in some adobo, a dash of pepper, and just a pinch of salt. You should begin to see steam. That means your milk is warm enough. Grab your cheese and take a picture. Cheese. Add the cheese into the pot. It should come out silky smooth like this. Layer your baking dish with macaroni noodles. Throw some more cheese on there. Top it off with some more noodles. And then add that cheese sauce. Give it one more good cheese shower. Bake at 400 for about 20 minutes until golden brown. Grab a spoon and dig in. All right, y'all.
Popular opinion, but mac and cheese is good with and without the mac and cheese. The only thing that can mess up a mac and cheese recipe is the technique, not necessarily the ingredient. Ain't no right or wrong way to make mac and cheese, especially if your family love it if you buy the groceries, but please don't post it if the cheese is curdled. First, we're going to start off by straightening our cheeses, okay? I use a 3-cheese cheddar blend, and I also use smoked white cheddar instead of smoked Gouda. It's so fire, and I'm working smarter, not harder by using an electric cheese grater because, baby, I just came here to eat. I have mine linked in my bio. We're going to boil our elbow macaroni noodles in some chicken broth because it adds a nice flavor, only until al dente because it's going to continue to cook in the oven. For our sauce, we're going to melt some butter and add in equal parts flour and whisk until it's golden brown, about 2 minutes before going in with some hot, heavy cream. and stir this on medium low until it's thickened. We're going to cut the heat and add in a portion of our cheeses, about 1.5 cups. You can adjust the seasoning and cheeses to taste once you add in your noodles. I like mine to look like a sexy Stouffer's, if that makes sense. I add half of my mac and cheese and a little bit of mozzarella in between for a cheese pull, and the top layer gets cheddar. Follow these baking instructions on the screen, and y'all, this was fat as hell. I'm going to be on mac and cheese duty for life, and you will too. Thank me later.
Look, you are way too grown to still be bringing utensils and sodas when they ask you what you bring to the family function. It's time to learn how to cook something. So let me show you how to make my delicious macaroni and cheese. First things first, I boil some chicken broth in a chicken bouillon cube. You can use one or the other, but I'm using both today. I add in my noodles, and then I add a little bit of water and vegetable oil so my noodles don't stick. You want to cook these noodles al dente, which means to leave them a little firm. You don't want to cook them all the way or they'll be mushy at the end. So while those noodles are cooling off, I'm going to make my cheese sauce with a stick of butter, cheese, and 2 packs of this cheese blend. Then I add in some heavy whipping cream, and I'm also going to add some extra sharp cheddar cheese and some cheddar cheese, make it real good, real cheesy. I'm gonna mix that up, and then I add in my noodles. Please don't ask me for no measurements. I don't know. You're gonna have to eyeball it. Next, I add a 1/2 block of cream cheese to make it nice and creamy, and then I add in some sour cream. Sour cream is really the secret ingredient. If you don't use sour cream in your mac and cheese, I need you to try it the next time you make it and just thank me. It gives it a nice kick. Then I add some pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, Goya all-purpose Italian seasoning, and paprika. And then after that, I mix it up real nice and add an egg. I have to add the egg. I like it because it gives it that old school mac and cheese texture. If you know, you know. Then I add a layer of noodles, a layer of cheese, and then a top layer of noodles and another layer of cheese. Now I sprinkle it with paprika and Italian seasoning. That's optional. It just makes it pretty. Bake it for about 30 to 40 minutes. And look what we got. Look at that corner piece. Look at the inside. It's like it's crisp on the outside, but it's still nice and juicy and cheesy. Try this recipe out and let me know how you like it.
Yo, if mac and cheese wasn't on the menu for y'all this weekend, y'all doing something wrong. This is mine. Let me show y'all how to get down. So I got about 5 different cheeses all shredded up. Then in a separate bowl, I got an egg and some evaporated milk with some seasoning salt and pepper, the OG, a little bit of ground mustard, a little bit of cayenne, and I got that all switched up. Added my elbow macaroni to some boiling water. No, you don't need oil for this. Just give it a little mix, let it boil till al dente, and then get it in a strainer, then into a bowl with some butter, some sour cream, mix that around. Add that egg and milk mixture to it, stir it around. Then you want to go ahead and add your cheeses to it, mix that up, add some Velveeta, of course, more whole milk, more cheese. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I can smell when mine is perfect. So I got a baking dish, got some macaroni down, put some cheese in the middle, then I put more of the macaroni. Went ahead and topped it off with some mozzarella and some more cheddar cheese. Then I hit it with some fresh parsley. You can use dried and a little bit of smoked paprika. Got that into the oven, covered for 20 and then uncovered for another 20. Cheese was pulling, the flavor's crazy. Try this one out and you already know it's a wrap. Let's go.